All right, so we are back again, you guys. So let's see if this works. Let me try to get the link here so we can hopefully put it in the old one in case anybody is still there. And let me send this over to you, Wendy. Hold on, that's the wrong thing. And where is it? Just a second here. And hopefully it's all working. I even just went directly. Okay, link. And there it is. Okay, so that should be in your inbox. Okay. And all right. Okay, you guys have found it again. We're together again. Look at this, you guys. We know that it's authentic because we keep stopping. We know this is live. And it is literally just I'm actually on satellite. And so I hopefully will be getting much better. And I have seen, oh my gosh, you guys, the Ziply networking, Ziply truck has been in our neighborhood recently. And I was like swooning. I'm like, please come to my house. And we called and looked on the map and they're like literally like as the crow flies, they are like half a mile from me. They're so close, but they have to like come all the way down and around in my neighborhood. So it may be a year, I don't know, but we do have a better solution coming in. But I've never had this much trouble connecting. It just is. So it's one of those things. I don't stress about it. I am so glad you guys are willing to come and find it again and be part of the conversation. But let's go through and just chat. So what's coming up for you guys? I would love to hear from you. Any questions that you have, thoughts that you have about your healing journey. And I meant to tell you when we have, when Soul Convergence is starting. I forgot to mention that it's starting soon. Wendy, do you mind texting me really quick the date that it's starting? And I'll share it with you guys, or you can put it in the comments when it's starting. And then you can find out about it on my website, which is anntucker.com. So you'll see Soul Convergence and it's starting soon. But I want to hear from you guys about what's going on in your journey, any questions you have about issues that you're going through. And then Wendy posted April 6th is when we begin the next round of Soul Convergence. And then you're saying you don't think your spirit guides like you. Absolutely, they do. And so that is the thing, is that often we may feel like spirit isn't there for us. Like we ask and we don't hear back, or we feel like things are conspiring against us in our lives. And sometimes we give up. Sometimes we will try something and it seems like it's not working, so we give up. And I would love to just share two thoughts that might help give you the inspiration to keep trying. And the first is that often we are asking our guides and angels the wrong question. Is that a lot of times we try to speak to our guides and angels and we ask them, what should I do? And we say, tell me what I should do. What is my purpose? What should I do in my life? Please give me direction. What should I do? And we don't hear anything. And then we feel super alone and super disconnected from spirit. And it's a bum out. And I will tell you that the crazy thing is that they're right there, right next to you. The only reason that you're not hearing them, and I don't mean hearing them with your ears, there's a million different ways we hear our guides. But the reason why feel like you're not getting supported is because we're asking the wrong question. Is that we ask the question, what should I do? But when we come to earth, we imagine that you're up there in the spirit world before you're coming in, before you've planned your life, and you're surrounded by all your guides and you're all together. And you're like, hey, let's do an earth life. Who's going to go in and be the person on earth? And the rest of us will support. And you are the one that raised your hand. You'll be like, I'll do it. I'm in. I'll go. And so they said, great. Okay, you are the one on the field. We are your team and we will support you. And so it's a huge commitment to both you and them, that your guides who are helping you, they are on a journey to learn and grow as well. And they grow based on their ability to help you. But the key is that you are the captain. You're the team captain. It's like being the quarterback in a football game. And so the quarterback is the one that has to call the play. The quarterback is the one that says, okay, this is where we're going. And then the team goes boom and puts it out and they go and run the play and they do it. But if the quarterback stands there and says, okay, tell me what I should do, nothing happens. Nobody goes anywhere. No one knows what to do. The only one who can decide what to do is you. And so what we got to do is we got to feel from our heart, where is your joy? What would bring you? And it can't be a movement to try to get away from something, because that is actually fear. That is like we're fearing, we're resisting. We want to really try to feel into our heart about how do we want to feel in our lives? Do you want to feel more support? Do you want to feel more freedom? Do you want to feel more love? Do you want to feel more safety? What do you want to feel more of? And then put your heart there and say, I want to feel more, I want to feel more freedom. I want more freedom in my life. And make that your intention and tell your guides, I want to feel more freedom in my life. Let's conspire together to create more freedom for me. And then as you move through your day, try to figure out, where are there signs? Which direction can you go? Where is there more freedom? And watch as your guides start to work with you. And you can ask for signs. You can ask them, show me a feather, show me a penny, show me a, whatever you want. You can ask. And they will give you signs. It might not be immediate. It might be, they might choose the sign for the perfect time, right? To show you, to be meaningful. Maybe it's angel numbers. Maybe you're that person who sees 111 all the time, that's your sign. Maybe a lot of people are clairaudient, or not a lot of people. Some people are clairaudient where you'll hear like songs, lyrics that are meaningful, that tell you something, or you'll get dreams, whatever it is, but you'll get messages. But the key is you have to set the direction. You have to call the play. That's huge. So that is step one. And then the other big thing about whether or not we feel like we're being supported is understanding that when we first head in the direction, when we start heading in a direction, like say, for example, you decide, okay, what I really want to do is, for me, it would be, okay, so I want to feel more freedom. Where do I go? What if I start down a path? What if I just said to myself, okay, what I really want to do is publish magazines. Like, I know like nobody publishes magazines. I was trying to think of something. Okay. I want to make soap. Like, I want to make soap for my living. I want to have a special, super awesome soap making business. And so if I started on that path and the first thing I ran into were all these obstacles, I might be like, oh no, I'm not meant to do this because things aren't flowing. What I would say is, no, actually, in the beginning, when you first start down in the particular path in a particular direction, that you're going to run into whatever it is that is in the way of you getting that thing. And so the faster you find it, the faster you can resolve it. So you start down the path, and then the first thing that happens is you run into bureaucracy. Wow, okay, that's telling you something. There's a belief in there that the world doesn't support you, right? There's a belief in there that people in power are against you. Something, right? There's something in there for you. So then we work through that block. We work through that issue, and then you continue, and then the next one will surface and be like, okay. But at the same time, as these blocks, as these obstacles are showing up, as you work through them, then all of a sudden you'll start to know that things, resources, energy, people are flowing to you to help you move forward. So don't get discouraged just because you bump into where it's not easy in the beginning. Understand that in the very beginning, after you choose, you may bump into an obstacle, but that is actually a help. It's showing you, hey, the world is showing up to show you, you want to create this thing in your life, but here is a belief system. Here is whatever it is that's going to prevent you from being successful. So let's heal it now so that you can be successful, so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. Those would be two big reversals, thought reversals that put us into a more of an open state of mind, into a better working with the flow of our own energies. Yeah. So let's see what else you guys are talking about. And then Zemrithra says, I feel like you, or Zami says, I get confused. I feel like I get conflicting messages. I'll get rest one day, relax into your power another, ground another day, and then you aren't ready yet. Then yesterday after adventure coming, what? I can relate to that. Like, there's absolutely an ebb and flow to the energies that we're moving with. And I would say that I mean, some of the time it is listen to yourself in any particular day, but trying to keep that it's almost like imagine that this is the goal that you're working against, and then this is you pushing on that goal, and you never want to push so hard that you break your finger, and you never want to lose contact with it. You just want to keep this lovely even pressure. And then there's going to be times when you go into quiet, when you go into rest, and you can actually track these beautifully. I love astrology as a tool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And sometimes it makes the most sense retroactively when you can look back and be like, hey, there's like, I see now why I was feeling that way. But there will be in your chart periods of expansion, and it will show you as energies move from house to house to house. Sometimes you will be having periods of expansion in relationship, expansion in your career, expansion in your home, and it literally just rotates around the wheel. And so if you watch that, so I highly recommend it if you've never looked at it. I mean, you can get a reading, but there's probably many beautiful astrologers here in this group, but there's also astrologers that are on YouTube. There's also, you can get free birth charts that you can print those out. There's an app called Patterns, which is really fun and cool. that's free. But anyways, using astrology to understand which of those cycles are you in, so you're working with the energies. That doesn't mean you can't work on career when you're in a relationship cycle. It just means that if you want to work on relationship, boy, are you supported right now. Like, boy, is stuff going to come up and flow. And yeah, listen to Pam, exactly, to our beautiful Pam, who we love, as Pam the astrologer, that you know, those of you who know Pam Gregory. But that is the idea, is to understand that there's going to be these daily flows, but in the day in and day out is trying to stay with that kind of keep coming back to it. If you lose a day, don't give up. Just come back and go at it again. Just kind of keeping that steady, constant pressure, knowing that you're going to go through these dips of energy, go through these, there's like, fall, winter, spring. What did I miss in there? Summer. We're going to have periods of time and flows of energy. And we just try to work with it and not judge ourselves. Try your best not to judge yourself and to just keep trying, just keep at it. Even if it means like some of the days you take off, that's okay, right? Absolutely okay. You're saying, how does the program work in practical terms? What about time difference for those of us in Europe? So we have some of our soul convergence guides are located there, that they will work with you on European time. And then the live sessions, we try to schedule those at times. We usually have them at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which works really well for Europe. And then the sessions themselves you do them at your own pace, so you can do them as the timing works for you. So it works really, really well for Europe. Yeah, thank you for asking. And then you're saying, yes, light warrior code obstacles aren't in the way. Alchemist solutions obstacles are the way. Yes, I so agree with that. Yep. And you're saying going up and down daily. I totally understand it. And you gave my book to your mom as a gift. That is so cool. Thank you so much for doing that. I love it. We got to spread it through the family, right? Spread the love. Thank you for that. And then Fluffy Pancake, very cute name, says, I heard recently the worse. Oh, and the closer you are to what you're wanting. And wait, so hold on, let me read this. I heard recently that it's the closer you are to what you're wanting,